Brilliant. Okay, so Leo Playa, great to meet you. Thanks very much for chatting to me. Can you tell us, like, before lockdown, what did your life in music look like? What did you do?
I've been a professional guitarist for about 15, 16 years. So on average, I go out about 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times a week.
Presumably because your professional life in music involves some really nice things.
Yeah.
Do people ever say to you, what a wonderful hobby to have. What's your real job?
Yeah, I've heard that a few times, and you feel a little bit like awkward when they go, "Oh, what do you do?" "I'm a guitarist." "All right, what's your day job?" And you go, "Yeah, playing guitar." They don't realise that most of us musicians, if we get home before midnight after a gig, that's a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. So when people think about pro guitarists in the field of rock or pop, they probably think, well, you must be in a band. Are you in a band?
I'm in several bands, actually.
Does that mean that you have to know hundreds and hundreds of songs from memory?
Yeah, pretty much.
So how many hours of practice has it taken you to develop those skills?
Well, instead of saying hours, pretty much years, really.
So all of those things you just described, they're all freelance jobs.
Everything I do is freelance, yeah.
Which means that when lockdown was announced and when the government announced the job retention scheme, furlough, you weren't eligible for anything.
No, none of it.
The government announced on Sunday this cultural support package, £1.57 billion for the cultural sector. Do you think, as a freelance musician, that any of that is going to be helping you?
No.
Do you think the performing arts as a sector, across all areas of the performing arts, do you think we are deserving of government support?
I mean, you could turn around and say, well, just like most people could go, you know what, get over it, go and get a normal job. They're right. But at the same time, you've got to understand that, like, music, arts, whatever you like, the arts business, the music business, the theatre business, it's all part of the economy. It gives back to the economy, like, and on top of that, like, I don't know, like, one person who doesn't like music or like going to the theatre or going to the cinema. Everyone's into something creative, whether they're creative themselves or not.
What is going to happen in the next few months if live music venues cannot open economically?
I mean, what we've had to do for the last 4 months, like, let's be honest, it's been very inhumane. A lot of people have been sort of like going, yeah, well, everything's kind of been postponed till next year. But, like, what are we going to do for the rest of this year? Like, I saw 2021. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people have written this year off anyway.
Yeah, exactly. As a professional performer, you said before lockdown you were going out gigging 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
When you do that, you're keeping your skills sharp, aren't you? Do you feel that you're going to lose those skills as time goes on?
It's very good you brought that up. I mean, playing an instrument, it's like muscle memory, isn't it? Like, it's if you haven't gone down the gym for a few months and then you go back and you try and pick up some weights, you can't pick them up like you used to. And that's exactly the same with any instrument that you play, really.
How do you think it would be because there are lots of freelance performers who are in exactly the same position as you, who want to do something and who want to use their skills and who need to keep their skills sharp, as we were just talking about. How would you feel if there was some kind of job creation scheme for freelance people in the performing arts, whether it be more teaching or collaborations or running groups for people? Do you think there'd be scope for that?
Yeah, I think anyone in my position would be well happy to do something like that. It's just keeping your brain active. Do you know what I mean? So do that and still get paid for it. Yeah, I think a lot of us will be like, show me where to do that. Really. In terms of live music, I mean, if there's a pub garden gig and someone asks me to do it and there's a fee involved, of course I'm going to do it. But I think the main thing, which is what I touch up on in the charity song that I've done, we will be the last people to go back to work because obviously our job involves non-social distancing. Like, I can't imagine, like, I play in O'Neill's in the West End. We start at midnight and usually by that point you've got like hundreds of people in front of you from all over the world, like, because they're in the middle of Soho.
Yeah.
And never once are those gigs socially distant. So it's going to be a bit, I can't imagine it. I can't even imagine an audience where you've got someone standing there, someone standing there, someone standing, like, it's going to be weird. Like, it's not going to be able to happen, really.
Thinking back to your students in Haringey.
Yeah.
If one of them said to you now, Leo, I really want to be a professional musician.
Right.
What would you say to them?
Wait till the pandemic's over.
So don't think. Give me your first answer. If you had to pick, Hendrix or Slash?
Hendrix. Sorry, Slash.
Eric Clapton or Prince?
Prince every time.
It's really lovely to talk to you and meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks,
Leo Playa. I really appreciate it.
And yeah, thank you for sharing the video as well.
You're very welcome.